Why, hello everyone, welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV on PlayFrame, and welcome back to this town. I forget the name of this town, but we're in Amaring and trying to figure out how to get further into it. The practicalities of travel in this area seem challenging, but we have a trolley lead that we're going to look into, which sounds like the best possible option we found yet. Junjun is eyeing you with curiosity.
Oh, valued customers. Were the other more of help?
Of a fashion. They told us of a trolley that runs to Nabathareng, at least. But am I correct in thinking that there was a reason you did not do so yourself, when first we asked?
Yes, the gate, you see. It is impassable. Before, there was a hulking thing of stone, the Talos. It opened the gate, they say. But none operate such a thing now. I do not even know if it yet exists. I do not know, but you should travel east to Mount Baron Mines. That is where the trolley controls stand. I still see miners there from time to time. If anyone knows what happened to the Talos,
it would be them. Thank you. You've been a great help. We're off to Mount Baron then. Let's hope that someone will be there to answer our questions. It's a plan. Thanks for the help. And for the custom. I guess I didn't buy anything this time, but still. Thanks all the same. Guys, everyone just runs off without Derman all the time, every time. This is a terrible habit you've all developed. Well, let's see the sights. Over here in Western Amaring. When first we came here, we traveled kind of around this more desert area version. Mortsuk, down to, what do they call it again? The inn at Journey's Head, I guess? Thought there was some other name for it. I don't know. But yeah, now we're up in the other corner. Much more canyony. Still pretty in its way, though. Mayhap the pall of light is the root of this land's desolation. Or mayhap the fault lies with man and his insatiable greed. You're just full of dour thoughts lately, which I can't blame you. There's been a lot of heavy things recently, but still. What a sight. Oh, pardon me. It's a bit daunting, isn't it? It is a little bit. The scale of the track is impressive, I'll give them that. Now we only need to follow it until we come to the mines. Right behind you. Or trying to be. They're just allergic to walking together, this bunch. All the better for us to just take in the views, I suppose. And that looks like another settlement. Perfect. Wonder if anyone's still operating this one. Kind of sounded like... not. Less than I'd hoped. They sure don't look like any gnomes I'm familiar with. Any luck? This lever can't have been designed for a person to operate. It is very large and big. I'm fairly used to that as a Lalafell. Most of everything built in this world is kind of big for me, but that even more so. Bit of a mess, isn't it? But the mechanisms for dispatching the trolley are here, just as Junjun said. Unfortunately, anyone who might know how to use them is not. We might wait for Junjun's mysterious miners to appear, or have a look around and see if we can deduce anything useful in their absence. I'm in favor of the latter. That sounds faster, yeah. Something near the entrance to the mines proper caught Urianger's eye. Meet us there if you find anything. Alrighty. I'll do a bit of investigating. See what I can find. Pardon me. Not... I said pardon me. Fine. Leave me alone. I'm investigating. What bad gnomes, man. Maybe up here. Even the stairs are kind of large. Well, there's a point of interest. There should be one around here too, though. Let's take advantage of this tall vantage point. See if we can spot it. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Ooh. Trolley car. Yep. Oh, come on. The benches within suggest that this must have been a passenger car. Oddly enough, though it is clearly old, it appears to be well maintained. Huh. Okay, so someone still comes out and checks on these things. Let's check these rails. Flecks of rust adorn the rails, but they nevertheless appear sturdy enough to bear the trolley without issue. So the vibes I'm getting is that this is all still in decent condition, could work. And maybe does work. Potentially. Is there... Coyote, I'm... Come on! No respect for an investigator's train of thought. Ooh. A conspicuous cup. The cup is slightly warm, and a fair amount of tea, steeped over long, if the color is any indication, remains within. Someone is still inhabiting this area. Guys! I think someone's still hanging out here. Besides the... coyotes. Maybe it's the gnomes. Do gnomes like tea? It seems more likely the tea is for the gnomes than the coyotes. That's my professional opinion as a detective. Urianger, what do you think? Ah, Derman, what hast thou discerned? That coyotes might have learned how to make tea. I see. Indeed, thine observations are consistent with mine own. But let us refrain from further discussion ere our comrades arrive. Good idea. Ample evidence of recent maintenance and lukewarm tea besides. The levers for switching tracks looked like they were in good condition, though I couldn't move them myself. No ordinary person could, I think. It is my belief that no person is meant to. This Talos beareth more than a passing resemblance to golems of the source. Nor doth it appear to be the sole example of its kind. The proliferation of Talos fragments, as well as the enormity of the mechanisms here, suggest a considerable number were once in operation. Alas, this specimen and its fellows now lie lifeless and broken, and I know not how to repair them that they might facilitate our passage through the gate. And without the aid of the Talos, even if thou wert somehow able to unbar the trolley's path, we would still have no means of propelling it. We might not know how to repair the Talos, but someone must. Otherwise, why keep everything else in working order? Whoever's maintaining the cars and rails must know something that we don't. Let's ask them what it is, shall we? Derman, I do believe you'll find a person of some interest skulking in the shadows behind the warehouse on the northwestern side of the tracks. Oh. Okay. While you two have a friendly chat, the rest of us will gently encourage those to the south to come out of hiding. Defend yourselves as necessary, of course, but do try to keep everyone in one piece. off we go then. Boy, I'm glad you're perceptive. Not my strength, clearly. It took me an unusually long time to spot the trolley. And they're huge. Come out, wherever you are. Ah! There you hide. Hello. Wicked White! Where did you come from? No, never mind that. You have no business here, of that I'm sure. No, come on, we needn't be like this. Come on. Please don't. I prefer you didn't. This is unnecessary. Are we having second thoughts yet? Come on. Drop it. Oh, what are you? Oh. Good. All right. I am glad you're seeing reason. Please continue to see reason while I go see what my friends are doing. So, got my problem sorted. How did this go? We won't let you... Oh, that's smarts. Glad everyone seems to be alive and well. I feel a bit bad for them. Yeah, they are a little outmatched. They elected to take up arms against us, though the outcome was plain from the first. Good to hear. These two weren't much trouble either. Let's see what they have to say for themselves. Us. We're not the brigands come to take what isn't ours. Do we honestly look like we'd need to steal, what, some rusted bits of iron? Don't be absurd. We're not here to rob you. A likely story. You look, well... You don't look normal, that's for certain. Conspicuous zoom in on Oriange. You don't have any wares, so you're clearly not merchants. Travelers never pass this way. The only reason you would come all the way out here is to strip the machinery for parts. Oh, Daffy, I have an idea. What if, once upon a time, a lovely lady of noble birth ventured forth in search of her lost love, joined by her two most loyal servants, sworn to follow her until world's end. On their journey, they had met a sorcerer, as ancient as time itself. Moved by the lady's devotion, he offered to be their guide, and they... turned up here somehow. I can only assume that you're being intentionally obtuse, but in the likely event that that's a serious conjecture, no. I suppose I am a bodyguard of a sort, but we have rather larger concerns than fairy tale romances. I mean, we could try making a little time. Though I would fain hear more of this ageless sorcerer and his heroic deeds. Gods grant me strength. If I may, we're actually searching for a means by which to travel to Nabatha-Reng. We were hoping that the trolley here might offer a solution. I realize we haven't gotten off to the best of starts, but if you know anything about how we might get it working again... The trolley? The trolley? You should have led with that. We're always keen to discuss the trolley. We're both engineers in training, in fact. Jarek and Thaffy, at your service. And technically I'm a miner, and he does repair work, but our true passion's the trolley. We're working with a few other folks to get it up and running again. And before you ask, yes, it's true that there's little in need of transport these days, but that's no reason to consign a miracle of mechanical innovation to dust. The mere sight of it traveling the track once again would make hearts sore, mark my words. You'll hear no argument from us. What progress have you made thus far? Not as much as we'd like, truth be told. Well, is there anything we could do to assist you? We could gather materials or help put pieces together? It's a sight more complicated than that, I'm afraid. If you spoke with Magnus, you'd understand. He's the only one with full knowledge of the trolley's operation. I suppose you could speak with him if you like. We'll introduce you. Works for me. Very well. Our options are limited, and if this Magnus can explain whatever it is preventing the trolley from being restored, I'd like to hear it. Right. Looks like you'll be following us back to Twine then. I guess so. Lead the way to that thing you said. After I've checked in with everyone. A quest for a lost love. Perhaps that could have been me had things been different. Perhaps so. Dost thou seek the sorcerer's wisdom, young one? You're loving this, I see. Well, I can't blame you. Come to think of it, Oriange always was fond of fairy tales. That does not surprise me either. And to be honest, I'm impressed that you thought of the trolley to begin with. So few seem to these days. Too used to living without it, I suppose. Glad we found the last two trolley nerds on the first. Thaffy is ready to guide you to Twine, where you might meet the mysterious Magnus. If you're ready, we can leave right now. Though you haven't seen another fellow around here, have you? I thought he'd have come out by now. Oh, right. Yes, I hit him with my sword. He's fine. You think he'll be all right? That's, well, I suppose we did force your hand a bit. I'll have a look, just in case. You go on ahead, Thaffy. All right. Looks like it'll just be you lot and me then. Try not to let anything take a bite out of you on the way out of the trail yard. Will do. Sorry again about the sword hitting. We'll catch up with you in Twine. Perfect. See you there. Come on, Claude. We're falling behind again. Oh, I think I can see it now. Yeah, now that we're a little higher up, you can actually see the crystal in the town over there. Nice. Damn, that smarts. Did he have to thump me so hard? I'll be feeling that for the next fortnight at least. Not to be done about it now, though. I've pointed your overeager companions in the right direction, and they've gone on ahead, so we need to get moving. Normally we walk atop the tracks, but seeing as the young lady has a much shorter stride, that's a more perilous route than I'm comfortable suggesting. Wouldn't want anyone falling through the gaps. Of course, the low road presents other dangers, but having been on the receiving end of your friend's blows, I'm not worried on that account. I think I will also not walk on the tracks. I can't imagine my stride is longer than Minfilia's. Do. I appreciate you waiting up. Would that my party could learn from you. Wait a moment. I think I hear something. Oh, that's something all right. Run! What? What do you see? Oh. Coyote, You've chosen a very poor matchup, Coyote. We're trying to pass through out here, man. There. Well. Back to catching up. Thaffy. Maybe don't run too far ahead, okay? Yep. See? This is why. This is why you shouldn't do that. Maybe stick close to Derman, You found two of them. Come on, man. There we go. Maybe stick a little closer by, Sorry about that. I'll admit, I didn't expect this route to be quite so fraught with danger. We're nearly to Twine, though, so we should make it without further incident. I hope you're right. I'm feeling quite satisfied with the number of wildlife encounters I have had since arriving. Couldn't eat another bite. And here we are. Made it. Nice little spot. Let me go ahead and take care of the basic practicalities. There. Okay. I hope you guys had an easier road than we did. Odd to find a place like this still occupied. It must have come dangerously close to being consumed by the flood. A testament to man's resilience, that civilization may yet be found at the very edge of the world. Yeah, they're really hanging in there. The town is small, but everything in it seems so purposeful. It's amazing. I agree. Good job, you guys. This is it. Welcome to Twine. The original dwellings were built to house those laborers tasked with building the track. Over time, miners came to seek their fortunes, and that's what made the town grow to what you see before you today. But it was still the trolley that brought them here. As you've doubtless noticed, the track goes to the very heart of the town. It was the heart of the town back when the trolley still carried everyone home at the end of each hard day in the mines. Now there's no trolley, nor much work to be had in the mines for that matter. The only residents that remain are the destitute, the delusional, and those with nowhere else to go, or so they say. That should give you some indication of what to expect when you meet Magnus. As I said, it'll help you understand why we can't get the trolley running. Just don't expect too much aside from that. Alright, cryptic, but sure. Well, that's encouraging. But I don't see that we have much choice. Let's go and meet the man. Let's do. Hello, everyone. Nice to meet you. Ah, you appear to be Magnus. This is Magnus. He's our boss, of a fashion. I'm Derman. Pleasure. Who are you supposed to be? Never seen the three of you in my life. Or the four of you? Wicked white, if you're going to bother me, at least have the damned courtesy to stand still. Methinks this one is deep in his cups. These are my guests, Magnus. We ran into them at the mines. They're looking for a way to reach Nabatha Ring, so they came to ask about the trolley, you see. What? There's nothing in Nabatha Ring. Not anymore. And especially not for frail little girls. Give it up. No. We must reach Nabatha Ring. I must. Bah. So you have your heart set on it. The world doesn't care. The place is a ruin. Nothing more. And you're not getting there in the trolley. The thing doesn't run on hopes and dreams. We're not fools. It's necessity that drives us to Nabatha Ring. If you insist that the trolley's not an option, at least tell us why. No. I'm sick of people asking about the blasted thing. Leave me be. We'll speak outside. Okay. Piss off. Sorry, yes, going. Well, that didn't go good. Stubborn ours. I sense there is more to this belligerent drunk and his tale. He only said that because he thinks I'm weak. And he's right, but I won't be forever. There has to be some way. I must find it. We will. Don't you worry. Although if you have any ideas, I would be way into hearing them. Minfilia remains adrift in the turbulent sea of thought. Oh, I'm sorry. I was stuck in my own head again. It's clear that Magnus has no intention of helping us, but perhaps we should ask the other residents? They may know something of the trolley. I'll take the north side of town. Let me know if you learn anything. Look at you taking charge. Thancred, art thou truly content to stand witness to fate's course and take no part? This isn't a matter of fate, Urianger, it's about choice. And I've had years to decide where I stand. Menphilia has spent too long in chains already. I would not shackle her again by making my hopes known. It's for her to choose what shape her destiny will take. It is for me to stay silent, to protect her, teach her, and stand by her. That at least I can do for her. Well said. So be it. Come, let us make our own inquiries. After you. Where to begin? Ah, Jarek. Good to see you got back safe. Did you find the other guy? My apologies to the other guy, by the way. Oh, there you are. You'll be pleased to know that I got our friend back home with no trouble, and he's just fine. He was a bit shaken up is all. And you? What did Magnus have to say? Ah, I did have a faint hope that your need might prompt him to action where our interest has not, but I suppose that was foolish of me. I am sorry that we couldn't be of help, though. I could at least show you the trolley car we have here, if you like. You could give it a stroke or two. It has some very smooth wood. Phrasing, Jarek, and no, thank you. You mean to say you're not giving up? Even knowing that Magnus is... Magnus? I don't see much point in your being stubborn about it. Though, perhaps stubbornness is exactly what the situation calls for. Can't forge iron without an anvil, after all. I can't imagine that anything you try will work, but if you're certain, you can help me make preparations in the event that it does. To that end, take this toolbox. We're going to inspect the rails. I'll have a look along the tracks for anything that's in need of repair. You bring the tools and be ready to hand them to me whenever I stop to work. All right. A task. I love a task. Lead the way. Jarek, wait for me. Ugh. Going to walk on the center rail, I think. Seems safest for someone my size. I'm here. This spot looks like it could use a bit of work. Can you ready the tools for me? You got it. Here you go. You open the box, revealing the proud array of lovingly maintained tools within. Brilliant. Now, if you could hand me what I need as I work, that would be a help. In this case, well, this bolt is loose, for one matter. We can't have that. I'll need to tighten it. You got it. The vicious-looking saw may not be the most helpful, nor a ragged cloth. I think a mid-sized wrench probably is what you're looking for. I'm no expert, but... Thank you. This one will do nicely. Now give me one moment and... There. I don't see any other problems here, so let's continue along the track. Right behind you. Man, I could fit in this toolbox. I really love how mellow the vibe is here. I think it's largely just the music. Like, it's pretty dead out here too, but there's plenty of monsters and creatures and threats, obviously, but... yeah, the music creates a really nice, fitting vibe. I'm a bit concerned about this lantern post. Would you ready the tools for me? On it. I'm still a little unclear how I'm carrying this thing. If I'm honest, Jarek. You set down the toolbox, the muscles of your arms enjoying profound relief, and open it once again. You are quite handy to have around, you know? I've been told that. As to the lamp here, these aren't often necessary these days, but if we're doing this, might as well do it properly. And if by some miracle the night returns as it did in Lakeland, well, it's a nice thought. It is, isn't it? Stay tuned. Anyhow, a bit of this post seems to have splintered. Whether its lamp is to be lit or not, we wouldn't want these little pieces of wood jabbing the next person who comes through here to do maintenance. I'll need to sand it down a bit. Got it. A bulky saw. A heavy hammer. A rough file. I gotta know what happens handing the wrong tool over. Just hit the splintering bit back into where it's supposed to go. Here you go. You have an interesting sense of humor. Now, can I have the proper tool this time? Yeah, sorry. All right. Rough file, here you go. Just trying to lighten the mood a bit. Yes, wood file's perfect. Let me even this out. That should do it. I'll bring some varnish along next time to finish the job. I haven't spotted any other problems, so we can move along now. Unless you'd like to take in the view of the tracks from here a bit longer. It's breathtaking, I know. Mining has always been the primary vocation of folks in the Hills of Amber, you see. But after a certain point, they had dug up everything that could easily be reached and carried back by manpower alone. It was then that the Naboth Empire struck upon the idea of the Talos, which they had seen at work abroad. At great expense, the Naboth brought the Mistal engineers who specialized in Talos here to the hills, and wouldn't you know it, the mining industry picked right back up again. Twine itself sprung up around that time, as a matter of fact. It was named after the entwining of tales, the fruitful cooperation between the native Ronso and the newly come Mistal. But that, like so much else, fell apart in the wake of the flood. The Mistal left, taking their knowledge with them. It was 15 years ago that the last of them, the folks from Daedalus Stoneworks, took off for Yulmore, and now no one remains that can repair and operate the Talos. But there's no use in lamenting what can't be changed. And there's one more thing we need to do while we're out here, so we might as well get to it. Vultures occasionally make their nests on the tracks, you see, and it falls to us to remove them when they do. The creatures are angry when disturbed, which is natural, but nevertheless, a danger to anyone passing by. It's not my favorite task, to be honest with you. As you may have noticed, I'm not terribly suited to confrontation. That said, would you follow the tracks north and remove any nests you find for me? I'll keep an eye on things from here. You got it. I am well suited to this work. Careful. Would not want to fall. Okay. Vultures, please relocate. No, I really must insist. There we go. And that's 3. Let's very carefully run and report back. Jarek. Task complete. Can we get off of these rails? I'm feeling a little nervous. Thank you. That should be everything taken care of. In return for your help, I'll tell you a bit more about the trolley. Nothing that can get it started again, though. As I said, the only people who knew how to repair the Talos are long gone. And when they left, the life began to bleed out of the town. The trolley's tracks rusted and its cars fell into disrepair. Now, I was born in Twine, raised there. My first word was trolley, damn it, and those were the worst years of my life. But then, about 7 years passed, Magnus and his wife returned to us. Magnus is a real, proper trolley engineer, and perhaps he would have never left in the first place if it hadn't been for his son. As you're well aware, Amaring is hardly the safest place, and Magnus wanted his child to grow up away from its dangers. It didn't help, in the end. The Sin Eaters got the boy. Isn't that always the way? The child had always said that someday he wanted to see Magnus's trolley running again, so in his memory they returned to Twine, started fixing those rusted rails and broken cars, and it was going well for a time. Wicked white vultures? Are they back for revenge? Never mind, I don't want to find out. Yeah, maybe leave this one to me. Vultures? Oh, good. An idle threat. Maybe let's hurry back, all the same. All right, back safe and sound. Oh, nice work out there. And now you know the story of the trolley. Won't do you much good without the Talos, though. If there was even a single one that still functioned, things might be different. But, well, here we are. Indeed we are. Thanks for the backstory, though. That'll probably come in handy. Anyway, let's see what else can be done out here next time. Thank you all very much for watching, and I'll see you next week for some more Shadowbringers. Take care until then. Goodbye.